Hi, so I'm Sian Collins and I'm the CEO of MindTime. I'm the Joint Director of Women's Diamond Academy. I'm also the authoress and creator of Buttons Bunny, which is for children to instill confidence while they actually sleep. And I'm here today with the wonderful Karri McBride, who has actually been on one of my programs, MindTime, and she's going to give some feedback today of what she actually experienced. But it's been an absolute wonderful pleasure to actually work with Karri as well. So just tell us a bit about you, Karri.
Okay. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. Well, about me, I kind of like to start off saying something about you first. So if you are listening to this, I want you to know that you've got gifts. And that kind of ties into what I do. So I have been a bail bondsman for about 14 years. And that's, if you don't know, that's a person who bonds people out of jail. And so um, I decided to branch off and go in a different direction, even though I still have that business, and start helping people. I had gotten to about 400 pounds, and I was really struggling with a lot of depression. And even though I was very successful in my business, I was very just sad, a lot of sadness, and clearly morbidly obese and climbing. And so I decided to seek out some answers and really get some help for myself. And that's where all this started. And that brings me to what I would like to do. What I can do for others is just help you transform your life in the same way that I'm transforming mine. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing that, Carrie. And I know that when you first actually came onto my program, even though that you've done loads of work, you know loads of information, you've done loads of different courses, and you were super knowledgeable. But I know that you came and enrolled in my course for clarity, to kind of to
Mhm.
pull things all back together, to kind of take a step back and get clarity of where your next steps are. Is that right?
Oh, yes, absolutely, Sean. There was just a lot of confusion, because I wanted to do this business completely online. And so first thing you start doing is you start listening to other people and how you're supposed to do something. And so it got me to a point where I was really confused about what I was here to do and who I was meant to serve and show up for. And so I was just going. It was like a car doing donuts, or a hamster on a wheel, but not really getting anywhere. And that's what brought me to you.
Yeah, and I remember you saying that expression that it felt like a car doing donuts, and that does make sense. I know that so many people can actually relate to that, including myself as well.
Hmm.
So, actually doing the program, I know you discovered lots of different changes, but how would you say it affected you personally?
Hmm. I would say that one word, still. It really got me to just be still and stop the circles, stop the running and the going all over, and looking outside for something that I knew I could only find inside.
Yeah, and I think it was a big challenge, if I remember correctly, to actually negotiate to get you to keep still because you were just so busy, so busy. But when we actually agreed on kind of holding things back, that's when things really started to change for you, didn't it?
Yes, I was definitely, that was the first thing that you had me do was like, can you just not do anything for a week or at least a few days? Because I was just like, what, a week? Oh my gosh. And well, actually, you didn't say don't do anything. What you said was that's what I heard. But what you were actually saying is, and what you followed up with was, I just want you to do something for you that has nothing to do with learning, growing your business. That's just stuff for you. And
Mm,
so that was huge for me.
absolutely. And what kind of impact did that have on your family, your large family around you?
You know, it just as a mother, because I am a mother of, I have 4 children, 3 at home, and I'm a single mother to say that. So I do everything. I don't really have that person, you know, when I'm ready, when I don't want to show up, or I'm tired, or I'm moody, or whatever, I don't have that other person to be able to say, hey, can you get the kids tonight? So by you telling me to just be still, because I didn't realize how much I was just doing, actually, um, it calmed me and it centered me, and it really got me back, where I could even hear what was coming through me, you know.
Yeah.
When you're so busy with the outside distractions and noise, you can't hear your own voice, you can't hear your own message, right? And so by doing that, allow me to come back into my own home and just be a better mother and show up for
Yeah.
them, without all the, and just really give focus to them too.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning a time with your daughter where you just enjoyed just being there, just watching telly, and it was actually fun, which
Yeah.
I think all of us mums kind of fall victim to this sometimes, where we just get so busy, we forget about the small stuff, but it does make such a difference, doesn't it, stepping back?
Yeah, it does. We
Yeah,
watched Anne with an E, and I was like, man, this was actually just very relaxing and
yeah,
such a, I don't know if you've seen that movie, or it's on Netflix, the new Anne with an E. It was
I love
modeled after Anne of Green Gables, and I was such an Anne of Green Gables fan. So
yeah.
it was good. It was,
I think I watched the original years and years ago, but like you, with my daughter. And sometimes it's nice to actually be present when we're with our children. I know our children can sometimes be our greatest lesson as well. I remember one time my daughter sat back and she said, "Can you watch telly with me?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "No, can you watch telly with me?" And I said, "Well, I am." She said, "No, but can you be with me?" And that was when she was
yes.
8. So they are one of our greatest lessons as well. So that's wonderful. But going back to the program, what would you say, what benefits have you actually gained professionally? So as we were talking about clarity and focus, what did you experience there? What happened for you, Karri?
Well, just to add on to what you were saying, because it ties into this, one of the benefits is that clarity that you've given has brought, is the ability to see that I wasn't being present, just like with the where your daughter's saying, I want you to watch it, where you were thinking, well, I am watching it, but you really weren't. That means you weren't present. And that's
Mm,
what being still long enough and really getting recentered allow me to see in these areas where I actually was not
mhm.
really present.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't getting the clarity that I needed. So professionally, this really just, it allowed me to see exactly why I was so confused, and why I hadn't been able to um go, you know, press on forward to know exactly, you know, what I wanted to do and who I was wanting to serve. And the program gave me that,
Mm,
uh, because of, it's like clarity is a word, right, for it, but it's so much more than that. It allowed for this, there was a gap, right? There was a gap between where I'm at and knowing how I wanted to proceed with this business. And the program filled the gap. It
yeah.
brought me to that place in my
Yeah.
business. And now I know what I know exactly how, at least where I want to start. Everything evolves, but now I know exactly where I want to start.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful to hear. And I know that you have actually been invited into the next program, which is the Women's Diamond Academy. And that's starting next Monday on the 28th. And that's all about elevating your self-trust and intuition. So it's kind of like the next step up as well. And I know that as that's a group session, your energy is going to be so valued because there's some amazing women who are actually who have enrolled in that program as well. So I'm not going to keep you much longer because that's wonderful you sharing all of your experiences. But tell us, Karri, if anybody listening right now, if they wanted to come to you for your valuable services, because I know all of the ideas and everything that you've got set up where you really, really want to help people in difficult situations, how do they get in touch with you, Karri? Oh, you just paused a moment. Yes, sorry. So how do they get in touch with you, Karri?
Hey, yeah, thanks, Sean. Well, if you want to connect with me, reach out. I'm on Facebook, Karri McBride. I have a business page. Just message me there, or I even have a business phone number. You can text message. That's 405-614-3000. And either place, I like to keep it simple. And yeah, just hit me up and we can figure out. I like to offer personalized transformation. So we'll just go from there.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much, Karri. And anybody who's wanting to actually enroll in the Women's Diamond Academy or looking at working at one-to-one mind time with myself, there's a link below and I'd love to actually hear from you. But it's been a wonderful pleasure reconnecting and speaking to you, Karri. So you have a wonderful day today.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Bye.
Bye.